How's my audio? How's my audio? Am I all blue? Oh. Should we go on Insta at the same time? Hearing rumors that we are live. So Rita. Oh yeah, how's it going? Let's see here. I get more viewers on Insta nowadays, even though we have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, but I get shadow banned hard. I've almost had my YouTube account deleted so many times, just from talking about the injections. Oh my god. Hello. Got any questions? Usually it takes a minute for people to start to join. What's up, Mikey? Let's see, what can we talk about? Let's see here. It's raining here. It's been raining a lot here in Northern California. Been raining a lot. What I like about Instagram is you can see who's watching. On YouTube, you can't see specifically like who's watching and interact with them. Well, as always, if you guys have any questions, we might not have many viewers today. Let's see, it was Sunday, 12 o'clock on a Sunday. I don't really expect many people to be on. honest. I should probably do this tomorrow. We'll hang out for a minute though. We'll see if we can wrestle up some more people. You know, I was gonna make a video on something. We might have to try this again later. I'm not getting many. There's one on Instagram, but 2 on YouTube. We might have to abort it here. Abort! Abort! We'll hang out for like another 5-10 minutes, see if anyone joins and wants to ask questions. But not looking like it at the moment. Have you noticed any significant healing reactions on your own children while doing mineral balancing? Honestly, no. Not anything like super notable. But my children have always been pretty healthy, so no, I can't say that I've had any significant healing reactions with them. Maybe a couple infections have been retraced, but I think that's probably about it. I can't remember anything super significant, to be honest. What's up, Linda? Let's see if we got anyone on the YouTube. Here we go. Oh, we got one from Jonathan Olson. So Jonathan Olson asks, dumping arsenic and aluminum. Retrace significant heart palpitations I had in the past. Lewis was spot on with it being arsenic. It shot up 133% on my first retest. Yes, that's a common one with arsenic. I've seen that with numerous people. I think Lewis actually had that happen to himself at some point, if I remember correctly. Lewis actually had a test where his arsenic shot up, and he had pretty bad heart palpitations for like a week or something like that. So, yeah, arsenic is definitely correlated to heart palpitations. I think Clark Engelbert, I think that's happened to him. I can't remember any other specific people, but I think I've had clients that happen to. I've seen other people's clients that happen to. But yeah, arsenic is definitely very correlated to the heart palpitations. And a lot of times, if someone's eliminating the arsenic, they're gonna experience some heart palpitations. And that's why, you gotta trust the process. And sometimes mineral balancing can be a little bit scary, right? You can be like, oh my gosh, the program is giving me heart palpitations. Something must be wrong. But it's important to, relax, trust the process, and understand that even something like heart palpitations can happen on a program. But thank you for sharing that, Jonathan, because it's helpful for people to understand that, things like that can happen. Yeah, Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, mineral balancing will make you question things at times. I would be lying if I said it was easy to always trust the process. I'm pretty good at trusting the process, so. But if you're having things like heart palpitations, like a really bad detox symptom, and it lasts for days, it can be difficult. It could be difficult, for sure. But it sounds like you're through it. Yeah, now you feel calm and stable. Yeah, and that's the thing. It was like, even though it can be scary, having something like heart palpitations and eliminating some arsenic, once you're through it, that's the power of mineral balancing. You're always going to feel better on the other side, and you're going to feel probably better than you ever have. And that's what happens. You go through stages where, you go through troughs, right? But then you make higher highs. So I'm glad to hear that you feel so calm and stable after that arsenic elimination. And that's pretty typical. You know, usually there's going to be a spike in something like arsenic. You're going to feel really shitty. You're going to have heart palpitations. And then on the other side, you're going to feel fantastic and better than you did before you had the retracing. How long have you been on the program, Jonathan? If you want to, Jonathan, if you want to share your experience with anyone, I'm on Instagram right now too. Just go to Life Labs Instagram, and then you can request to go live with me, and we can talk about it if you want. That'd be fun. What is the maximum of zinc matrix pro pills you would take per day to raise potassium levels? Well, remember, we're not specifically raising potassium. I mean, we are to an extent, but the most important concept in your mind is to realize that we're lowering the sodium to potassium ratio. So what we're after is lowering that ratio, which doesn't necessarily involve raising potassium. We can also lower that ratio by lowering the sodium. Okay? So if your potassium, and sodium are both relatively high, your sodium might need to come down more first. Okay? So that's important to realize. But if someone has a high sodium to potassium ratio, typically the max that we do is like 112, maybe 122. So I don't generally recommend more than 4 or 5 a day. Generally at this time, the most I recommend is like 4 a day. Because usually, if your ratio is really high anyway and you start taking a bunch of zinc, the detox is going to be too much for anyone. Typically people with a really high NAK ratio, like over 10 or something, they're going to have a lot of kidney stress. And if they start taking a bunch of zinc, they can't take that much zinc anyway. So typically like 112 is the max I'm going to give people. So it'd be like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then 2 at night. But a lot of times with the valence dosaging nowadays, I just do 2-2. Oh, that reminds me. Here, I'll share with you guys. If you're interested in how I approach dosaging, I'll send you the link. Here. It's just a little course you can buy for like $5. I'm actually going to update it because they released a new supplement. I think they've released 2 new supplements. Things are moving fast in this space. I think that they've released 2 new supplements since I made that course, which I only made it like 3 weeks ago, right, or something like that. I don't think it includes Shin Force, and it doesn't include the new Fast Ox supplement, it's not for fast oxidizers with a high NAK ratio. It's important to realize the new Valence Fast Ox is only for it's an SBF formula. But yeah, Philip, to answer your question, I don't generally go over 112. And my max is like 122. So about 4 or 5 a day is my max. And generally, even then, it's not needed. The Zinc Matrix Pro is so potent, you guys. Generally, you wouldn't need that much to move forward. You could take 1 or 2 a day and still move forward with your health. But hope that answers your question, Philip. And then again, if you want to buy the course, it's like $5. So you can go. I put it in the chat. It was suggested to take 224 of Paramin. What would that typically look like for CalMag Fusion? It would be around like 112. Because the new Paramins are half the size. But you can take extra. Calcium magnesium is one of those supplements where if you feel better or if you ever want to up it, it's not going to harm you. Like you could do 224 of CalMag Fusion, but generally it's not needed. If I were you, I'd do more like 1-1-2, or you could just do like 2-2-2, somewhere around there. What? Where are you going?
The birthday, but we're not leaving yet.
Yeah, we're not leaving yet. I love you. My daughter had to come say hi. You want to come say hi to everyone? You want to come say hi? Oh, you want to say hi?
Hi.
You say hi to everyone? Say hi.
Hi.
And I say bye.
Why
Alright, come on. Oh, because they can't. Alright, come on, guys. Yeah, but typically that'll be like 1-1-2 of CalMag Fusion. Oh yeah. But CalMag is one of those things that it doesn't need to be as specific of a dosaging as something like NAK up or zinc or the other supplements. I always tell people, if you want to take extra at night, for example, or you notice taking extra helps you, you can take extra. But I would say like 1-1-1, or just for me personally, when I dosage valence supplements, I only do 2 a day. I don't think 3 a day is really necessary. So I would say like 1-1, like 1 in the morning and 1 at night is the minimum. All right, Mr. Phillip, what do you got? Is it okay to lower a high NAK ratio 6 if both NA and K are very low? Yes. Yeah, it's all about the ratio. Even if they're both very low, so you're in 4 lows or it's slow oxidation, I imagine, or you might be a slow oxidizer in 4 lows. Either way, you still want to lower that ratio. So you'll still be taking the zinc. Because again, Philip, we're not after the ultimate ratios of NA and the K. Okay, we're after moving the ratio between the two up or down. As far as zinc and NAK up goes. The main mechanism to increase the NA and the K, if you're in slow oxidation, is to increase the oxidation rate. So that wouldn't be achieved by zinc anyway. That would be achieved by something like slow ox. And also like Thyrospark. Assuming you're not in 4 lows. Assuming. What are you guys up to today? Man, it's rainy. It's been raining a lot here in Northern California. You're welcome, Philip. And like I said, if you're interested, you can buy the course. I made it cheap. $5. I wonder if I can see. We need to get some more guests on the YouTube channel. You guys got any guest suggestions? Jonathan, you want to come on the channel and talk about arsenic? Talk about your dark night of the soul? I need some more success stories on the YouTube channel is what we need, isn't it? $5. You're welcome, Mr. Phillip. Slow day on a Sunday. I need to go live again tomorrow or something. Vitality, what's up? Is your vitality maximized? Vitality maximized. Why are you stressed? Don't be stressed. It's okay. We all get stressed sometimes. Mr. Alex, what's up? Tell me something good. You guys go to church today? Why are you stressed? Any tips? Okay, so we got a question from iNature. Any tips on vegetables storage? I'm not sure what you are referring to. Are you referring to like just vegetables that haven't been cooked yet? Or are you referring to like after you cook the vegetables, how to store them? Obviously, like after you cook vegetables, you just store them in glassware or some sort of Tupperware in the fridge. I mean, most root vegetables don't need to be refrigerated. But I mean, the other vegetables I would probably refrigerate. Things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams. Most root vegetables don't need to be refrigerated, especially if you're gonna eat them within a week, which you probably should be anyway. Like generally, like vegetables that you get, you probably want to be, unless they're frozen or like canned or something, you want to be eating them within a week anyway. Dr. Wilson actually has like a woo-woo device, I remember. Oh, do I still have that thing? Let me look it up. Dr. Wilson, I remember, has like a woo-woo device he recommends that like you put in your fridge and it's supposed to like make things last longer. Let's see here. Dr. Wilson, vegetable storage. Oh man, what was that thing called? I wonder if you can still buy one. No, I don't think you should put... Fresh vegetables should stay in the fridge. I would only keep vegetables that are already frozen in the freezer, like peas or something, or like green beans. All right, let's see if I can find the woo-woo device here. Only OGs remember the woo-woo device that Dr. Wilson recommends. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe I should ask Grok. I can't find it. You guys, any of you OGs remember that device? Let's see if Grok knows. I used to have one. It was like a little like, it was like a rectangle, and then you put it in your fridge, and it supposedly makes vegetables last longer. I bet Lewis knows what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Let's see here. Grok's working. No, I don't think Grok knows. No. Grok, you failed me. What are my go-to veggies? I'm a green bean guy. I love onions. I love green beans. I like carrots, garlic. I like sweet potatoes and yams. I'll eat broccoli, but I'm not a huge fan of like broccoli. I actually prefer Brussels sprouts. Those are my go-tos: onions, carrots, green beans, sweet potatoes, and yams. My favorite vegetable is like sautéed green beans. Ooh, like a good green bean casserole. Put some bacon in that bad boy. Let's go. How does copper work to raise calcium? Looks like vitality maximized. Answered that one. Copper raises calcium by raising tissue levels of parathyroid hormone. What's up, Janice Detox Center? So copper does raise calcium, but it's more important for raising sodium. Like the main use of copper is to raise the sodium to potassium ratio. Unfortunately, I could not find the device. Grok failed me once again. Can you believe that? It was some weird off-the-wall device. I actually bought one. I could ask some of the OGs. You got any questions, Janice? Janice? Not a huge fan of cabbage, to be honest. Well, my wife is actually my wife is somewhat allergic to red cabbage, it seems. Cauliflower is decent. I think I probably like cauliflower more than broccoli. Alright guys, probably going to wrap it up soon. It's Sunday on a 1 o'clock. I don't think a lot of people are going to be joining in anytime soon. What's up, Jaco205? You got any questions? Any questions about mineral balancing? You want to be in my video? Alright. Let me, Oh, you're Jonathan Olson. Okay. Yeah, we can go live. Let's do it. Although, Instagram is weird. Like, I don't understand. It's really hard to go live with people. Like, you request it, I'll accept it, and then nothing happens. Like, I don't understand how it works, to be honest. It doesn't... Yeah, the Instagram streaming app. Instagram is a shitty app, dude. A lot of these apps, they just get like network effects and people use them forever, like Facebook, but they're just terribly designed apps. It's crazy. Yeah, you can leave your vegetables in the crock pot. Jonathan, I accepted it, but it's just weird, like... Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't actually understand like why it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. See, it says like you're unable to join. So let's see, I'll try to invite you. Does that work? I hear something.
Is that better?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
I don't see you, but I can hear you. That's fine.
I can see me, I can see you.
I can see me, but I can't see you.
I understand.
Let's see here. Yeah, Instagram Live is weird, like... No, that's not it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's see.
Well, it's not my video.
Oh, it's fine. It might decide to do it at some point.
Right.
Let's see. I don't think... No, it should just do it automatically. It's not like an option. Instagram Live is really finicky, so sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So you want to talk a little bit about your arsenic elimination?
Yeah, man. What's nice about mineral balancing is that I just trusted that these symptoms were good and right. Because for the longest time, I was willy-nilly with supplements, and like one day I'd take something and it would, oh, I'm like, I think this is good. And then the next day it was like, this sucks. I don't feel it. My heart's just out of my chest. But with the mineral balancing, I just had full-on trust that any symptoms that came about were good and right. So it was scary. And it was even like more than just that. Like I was trying to like meditate a lot, to like bring that sympathetic dominance down. And like I would have meditations where I would like slip into that deep kind of meditation, and I would almost have a full-on panic attack in the depth of it.
Yeah.
And it would pull me out, and I would have like the tunnel vision coming on, and it was just like so crazy, like how fritzed out my nervous system was. And it was just manifesting in just tachycardia. My pulse was just through the roof all the time and palpitating, and that would kind of be when I was the dark night of the soul was like fuck. I don't know if I should swear. Sorry.
You're good.
sleeping was just torture. It was torture. You know, I'd maybe fall asleep for a little bit and then just wake up in like that panic, you know, sometimes in night sweats, and it was just torture. And then on the other side of that was just, I use an Oura ring, and now it's like my days are calculating restorative time instead of stress. I'm getting like the dominating recording through the day as restorative time if I just have a normal day.
You said you use a what ring?
The Oura ring.
What is that?
It's a wearable that tracks your heart rate and your
Oh,
HRV.
I got you.
Yeah, it's just a ring on your. I put it on my middle finger.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it was one of those like Fitbit type things.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So I try not to rely on so much of that kind of data, but it's nice to see. Because for the longest time, it was freaking me out. I was like micromanaging it all day, seeing that I was in stress mode, stressing me out even more. So I started to like not use it for a while, just to like not have that, you know, reinstill that my body's in chaos. So, but now it's nice to see that it's almost praising me, like, oh my gosh, you slept so well, and your HRV is improving, and I don't know, so just a lot of good things that have happened in the last few weeks where I feel stable and I feel optimistic.
So, why were you able to just kind of trust the process? Is it just like an innate feeling, or like?
Yeah, just hearing all the stories from like yourself, and Matt Kaufman's my practitioner, and just all the things that he's tried, that you've tried, that Kyle Peche's tried. I resonate with everything that people have done in the past, and then how influential mineral balancing was for them. It was the thing that finally moved the needle. So I had to put my trust and faith in it, that any symptoms that arise, and I knew enough about this retracing phenomenon, and it made sense. It makes sense that you have to kind of, because your body is it's so damn smart that it's gonna sequester all that arsenic that was floating around and causing those palpitations. Like it's got to move through that stuff as it, you know, breaks it out of wherever it sequestered it. So you got to kind of re-experience those symptoms.
Yeah, that's great that you're able to trust the process. You know, that can be, like I was saying on the YouTube, that can be a difficult part of the program. It's just trusting the process and knowing that you're going to get through it. And then on the other side, you're going to feel a lot better.
Right.
You know.
That's where the unknown lies, or how long it's going to take.
Yeah. But that's great to hear that you're feeling the benefits of coming to the other side.
Right.
So you were talking about the meditation. Were you doing the pulling down exercise?
No, I just meditate kind of conventionally, maybe a little bit of mantra style. I was at actually like a Buddhist center that is in my city here. So it was like a group meditation for a half hour. And I seriously thought I was going to pass out. And it was in a moment of like finding that stillness, finding that calm, and it just like fritzed me out. It was so odd. But I was having like brain zaps and just kind of like lightheadedness, kind of randomly just feeling like I'm going to pass out, driving, scary stuff.
Yeah, if you're already familiar with meditation, I would encourage you to give the pulling down exercise a shot as well.
Yeah. Do you have videos on that? Or is it Lewis that has some?
Lewis has some. If you just go to our YouTube channel, the Life Labs YouTube channel, and just do a search. Just search pulling down exercise. There's a good one where Lewis does a walkthrough video for like an hour.
Oh, wow. What if it's, summarize that? What's the reasoning? I mean, are we trying to move the heavy metals from our head down to our feet more so, or?
No, it's not heavy metal based. It's energetic based.
Energetic, okay.
Yeah. So it's grounding. It'll help charge your body. Actually, it'll bring in a healing energy into the body and actually raise your sodium to potassium ratio. We call it a meditation, but it's important to realize that when you're doing it properly, like you can actually feel it. It's what's more almost like lifting weights or something. It's more like you're actually like pushing the energy downwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar to something they would teach in like Tai Chi or like Qigong. Teaches it as well. It helps slow down thoughts. right? It helps you become more of an observer, so you can observe your thoughts. Okay. It brings awareness into the body. So awareness itself, I've come to discover, is very powerful for healing. You know, a lot of things in our life that go wrong just come from lack of awareness, right? So many people have problems because they're not aware if they have problems, and if they were aware of them, they would fix them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And it helps submit yourself to an extent to a higher power and less of your ego.
Got it.
You're actually moving heaven to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's kind of like a thy will be done type of thing. Which helps reduce stress.
Right. You're talking about like body awareness. It's like I've been hyper aware of my heart for as long as I can remember. So it's like I want to have lack of body awareness, but maybe in a more appropriate sense with that instead of just such hyper focus on my heart rate.
Yeah, well, it will bring a healing awareness to it, and so I wouldn't be surprised if you did it, you would start to feel a warming sensation in your heart, and actually become aware of your heart, and then you would try to relate to your heart more and why it is the way it is and how you can heal it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's interesting. I grew up with SVT, which is like supraventricular tachycardia.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was 5 or 6, I don't remember how old, but it would just I'd just be out golfing or something. I'd bend over to pick up my ball, and my heart rate would go 200 plus.
Were you in fast oxidation?
I have no idea. Right now?
On your first test?
No, I'm in slow oxidation.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just like the trauma of being a kid and thinking I'm gonna die. So that's
Yeah.
All of my ADD and stuff in adulthood has been heart focused. Just like, oh my gosh, it's beating too fast because of what I went through as a kid.
Yeah, the trauma of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of your healing as well. I'm sure is like reliving that trauma.
Right.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that I got some sort of download as a kid in the womb, in my heart, you know what I mean? Or from an injection that I received at some point, one of the 70 of them growing up.
Yeah. It can be hard to know what the... And the truth is that in most cases, you'll never know what it is that caused it. You know what I mean? It could be multiple things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the beauty about mineral balancing too. It's like we don't care about these symptoms. It's like these are your charts, and this is the program that we're going to put you on. I care about your symptoms, but I don't care at the same time.
Yeah, and that's an important way to look at it for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Thank you for sharing your experience with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's important for people. Yeah, it's important for people to hear that. They need to trust the process, and that if they trust the process, they'll come out on the other side much, healthier and stronger, like in your case, and more calm, Yeah, although it can be scary at times.
Yeah, for sure. Did the video ever work, or is it still just black?
It's still just audio, but that's fine.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, later.
Let's see. All right, Zalman, let's see what you got here. I started taking the Fast Docs and NAK up and the new CalMag, and it's causing major calmness and retracing. Well, that's an excellent thing to hear. Yeah, the new Fast Docs is very powerful. Like all the valence supplements, it's quite a bit more powerful than SBF formula. And so I'm glad to hear that it's causing these changes for you. Yeah, Fast Docs along with the NAK up is a powerful combo for sure. I'm trying to get them to make a 4 lows supplement. I think that's the next one. Well, they need a Fast Docs for... They need a stress pack replacement. I would say the top 2 that they need next are they need a stress pack supplement replacement, which would be for people that are in fast oxidation with a high NAK ratio, which honestly it's quite rare. The vast majority of people in fast oxidation have a low NAK ratio, which is why they chose to make that one first, understandably. I would say less, maybe 1 in 50 people are in fast oxidation with a high NAK ratio in today's world. Maybe less. Fast oxidation with a high NAK ratio is quite rare, but I think that a 4 lows one would probably be needed more. But I'm excited for that one because more and more people are in 4 lows, and I think Aaron, he designs most of the supplements. I think that if he put his brain into a 4 low supplement, it'd be quite good, and that'd be exciting because I think a 4 low supplement is. If I had a wish list, my from Valence, my next one would be a 4 low supplement. That'd be sweet. That'd be sick. And I think it would help a lot of people, and I'm sure it'll happen at some point. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're getting such a profound sense of calmness from the new from the Cal Mag and everything. It's great to hear. I always love hearing those type of stories, you guys. All right, well, I'm gonna take off here. Thanks for everyone that asked the questions. Thank you to Jonathan. I might cut up and use that video, but I'll see you guys later. Bye.